drove past my old friend's workplace and she's driving my husband's car, ex-Lizard's car now. And I have to drive past her work to get to my house, and there's his car. Like, you just don't understand it as a male. Like, you don't understand what it's like to have, like, who I am now that I'm not a wife, who I am when I don't have the kids, who I am as a woman. You just don't get it. Like, you just don't get it as a man. I hate men. Just joking. Anyway, have a good day.
Welcome back, family. Today, we are going to review this modern woman who decided to divorce her husband by her own free will, but then call him a bad person when he replaces her with her friend. Let's first start with this clip where she is regretting the good old time spent with her husband. Apologies for the way that this woman records half her face.
It's hard when you've been with someone so long that it, like, permeates your whole existence. Like, I was with my lizard pretty much since my early 20s, all my adult years, and so everywhere I go is a memory, you know. We did all these different things in different places, and so being in the eastern suburbs today was where his dad used to live, and I just can't help but be thinking his dad passed away a few years ago in the middle of COVID, and he wasn't allowed to go see his dad because of all the stupid lockdowns, and like, he was dying. And so I called the hospital and I fought with them so that he could go and see his dying father. And if I hadn't have fought for that, he wouldn't have got there in time. And it's like, I don't know, I just feel so much grief that I would be there, that I would hold your hand through your mum's death, through your father's death, that I would support that person, only for them to betray me so deeply. Like, what kind of human can have 3 children to someone who can have that support of that person? Like, what kind of cruelty is that?
She is literally calling her ex-husband a lizard. She decided to divorce her husband willingly and then say that he betrayed her because he moved on with his life with her friend. This is simply ridiculous. Before we continue with the tears of regrets, I will play a quick clip where she is describing the fact that her ex-husband is dating her friend as post-separation abuse. I mean, what a joke this woman really is. Let's watch.
While I'm sitting here quickly scoffing down my lunch before I go pick the kids up, I just wanted to touch on something. And I get a lot of comments about, you know, move on, it'll be so good once you're, like, healed, and, you know, this is a journey. And I genuinely know people are coming from, like, a really kind place when they say that, and I get it, and I'm doing it. Like, I've talked about it, I'm on the upward trajectory. But what people don't also realize, unless you've come out of a relationship like mine, which many of the women who follow me have, is that you're not dealing with a normal person. And so, and I've talked about this in other posts, post-separation abuse is a real thing. I didn't know it existed either. Like, I had no idea that this stuff happened. And so, like, today, I drove past my old friend's workplace and she's driving my husband's car, ex-Lizard's car now. And I have to drive past her work to get to my house, and there's his car. So, like, and that was punishment. That was punishment because I put boundaries in place again this week. And there's been games played around changeover with the children. And so, like, in an ideal world, like, I know most divorces are probably, they go through a season of messiness and volatility and whatever, but like, I can't just move on. Like, I have to deal with this human. I've done my best to put boundaries in place, to reduce contact, to minimize harm. And like, that's all I can do is try and reduce harm. But like, it is ongoing. Like, this person is ongoingly trying to harm and hurt and punish me. And I don't think people realize that when I'm talking. It's like, I'm not just over here living a new life. This person is still like a shark circling me. And again, like, unless you've been through this, and often it's fucking women. It's a gendered issue. Unless you've experienced it, you just don't get it. And so this isn't a jab at people. Like, it's really lovely, well-meaning comments, but you're not getting it. Like, if you're thinking that like I can just magically move on, you're not understanding that this person at the moment, hopefully he finds a new victim to terrorize soon. No, I don't mean that. I hope he doesn't in many ways. But like, hopefully he leaves me alone soon. But like, they weaponize everything. I've talked about. I had to cut off the last clip because I took a mouthful of sushi and it was very undainty. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, not dealing with a normal human being, dealing with a highly dysfunctional lizard human. Like, different. Appreciate the comments though. Love the support, but
It's funny that the same person she claims to miss became all of a sudden the worst person in the world. All of that because he moved on with his life. Here is the truth. This woman wanted to go back in the street as most modern women do when they get bored in their marriages. For the moment she left her husband, she also left the church, as you guys can witness on your screens right now. She just can't stand the fact that her friend is enjoying the married life she used to have. And now she is so jealous. And now she can't stop crying because she misses being with her children as a family. Check it out.
It's my middle son's 8th birthday today, and it's the first year I've woken up without him. On his birthday, on the day that I birthed him. It's the first time I've woken up on any of the kids' birthdays without them, and I'm picking him up soon. We've got changeover at midday, but it's just like so hard to have like birthed this little boy and have shared all these birthdays where you wake up with them, and then this is the first time I haven't.
oh man, their birthdays are hard, hey? I think like this is the first year round, so it's obviously got a bit more of a sting to it, but man, their birthdays are hard, hey? So it's my firstborn son's 10th birthday today, and like, unlike the last birthday, I woke up with him obviously this time and spent the morning with him and whatever before I dropped him off to his dad. And I don't know, like, it's just hard. Like, I don't know, you don't have babies to think that like you're not going to spend these like milestones with them. So, you know, it's obviously nice that we both get to spend the day with him, and you know, it's special for him that he gets to see both of us. But like, I just would love to give him a cuddle to sleep and say, good night, Bubby, like, I love you, happy 10th birthday. It's just, yeah.
Modern women truly do not know what they want. She had a family that she threw away. But now she is crying because it hurts to see the kids sleeping at their dad's house. She created this mess. Even the men in her comments section are starting to hold her accountable for her actions, and she cannot stop crying. Apologies for the strong birds sound in the background of this clip.
There's such a risk when we put ourselves out there on social media that we're going to get comments and feedback from people who don't agree with us, or, you know, like, obviously I share very kind of personal and vulnerable content, and I get comments all the time from people who have had similar experiences but are projecting, you know, their experience of their ex-wife onto me, or, you know, their feelings and emotions about women onto me, and I get these shitty ass comments from men. I honestly, like, you guys don't see it, but like, because they're on my thing, unless you're scrolling through my comment sections, but it happens all the time. I also get heaps of DMs from, oh my God, my hair is just all over the shop. I've just woken up. DMs from men asking me to marry them or giving me their life story, or like giving me their advice. And so, like, I got a charming one today, and I'm sure he's probably watching. Hey, how you going, mate? About like how I need to take responsibility as well. And I'd been thinking about this post I was going to do anyway, about when I was away, this sense of vulnerability I had. And I have been single mumming for pretty much 10 years. Like, my eldest is about to turn 10. And while I only separated a year ago, like, the reality is my husband worked away. I was doing it on my own. Like, people in my town knew me as a single mum. And so, like, I was used to going away. Like, people were like, oh my gosh, you took 3 kids to the Gold Coast on your own. It was easy. Like, my kids are amazing. They're good kids, and I'm really used to it. I'm not giving myself favours there. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't daunting or overwhelming in, like, a logistical sense. It wasn't at all, because I am quite used to it. However, I was looping around to this point. There's moments, like, we got into so there was lots of families at this resort, and I clearly felt like the single mum, so that was a little bit confronting. There are moments in time, though, when there's this sense as a woman, and you will never get this as a man. This is where I'm kind of getting to with this. Men and women are so different. You won't understand my story and my journey if you have a penis. Like, you just won't. And I'm not saying that to be, like, controversial, but maybe listen to what I'm trying to say. Maybe, like, grow in your own frontal lobe and your experiences and listen to what I'm saying and, like, take it on board. So there's moments, though, when as a single mum it feels like scary and you feel vulnerable in this world, and, like, you just don't get that if you're a man. But, like, the little pockets where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on my own with 3 little kids that I have to protect. Like, and of course their dad's in the picture. Like, of course they see their dad. But, like, you know, I'm away. I'm looking after them. Like, they're my responsibility. And so when people, like, say, like, oh, you know, you could take responsibility, you need to take responsibility for your part in the demise of the marriage, I would normally have agreed as well. Like, if I hadn't have gone through such an awful marriage where someone, like, manipulated me, hid money, like, I would have used to have said the same thing. I would have said there's 2 sides to every story. Like, she probably played a little part, but, like, unless you're a female, and this is why, like, I talk about what I've gone through. Like, you just don't understand it as a male. Like, you don't understand what it's like to have, like, even have, like, had kids and to bond with those kids and then, like, be on maternity leave and, like, not want to leave those kids to go back to work, and your husband says, I'll take care of you, and then, like, financially manipulates you, and you just don't get it. Like, you just don't get it as a man. And, like,
So either like you can be sensitive and go, oh yeah, there's probably stuff I don't get as a man, and there's like stuff she won't understand as a female, and you can soften to that, or you can be a jerk. Like, DV is predominantly perpetrated against women, and it's because of the way society's set up, you know, and it's like, that's just the reality. That's the reality of the fact that, like, women bear children, and so obviously, sorry, I'm touching my hair all the time. It's the reality, and so it's not that, like, it's not that women want to play the victim or far out. This is so annoying. I should definitely, like, do my hair and makeup when I get up before I do a TikTok. It's not that, like, I'm being controversial. It's not that women play the victim. It's the reality of the way society is still set up. Anyway, that went really deep. And all that to say, I hate men. Just joking. Anyway, have a good day.
Domestic violence is not one-sided. Domestic violence goes both ways. I mean, how many of us have seen a man hitting or insulting a woman in public? That is very rare to see in real life. On the other hand, many of us have witnessed a woman hitting or insulting a man in public. People even joke about it. We only see this one-sided domestic violence in the media. Anyway, I think that this woman is more worried about fixing her hair and makeup than her family. Here she is again crying and complaining about how hard her life has become as a single mother after some men try to hold her accountable again for her actions in the comment section.
Hey besties, it's been a hot minute since I TikToked. Funny little fact, I actually mainly just do my TikToks when I don't have the kids, and I think it comes out of, like, I don't know, I've just got more time and probably a bit lonelier than, like, when I'm just busy and I've got them and I just want to concentrate on them. But in all honesty too, like, I don't know, I'm fidgety. I've just been, like, having this debate about, like, this ongoing tension. I've mentioned it before about why am I on here? Like, I'm not trying to be any type of influencer or, you know, anything lame like that. I kind of just like sharing my experience, and then, like, I like the female crowd particularly who have, like, understood my content and the relationship I've come out of, and, like, that sense of connection that you get from others who have been through something similar. But obviously in saying that, you know, I attract all these fucking men. I don't know why. I don't know why it comes up. I think on men's pages and then they follow me. But, like, I attract all these kind of, like, negative comments as well, or, you know, the little jabs about, you know, what did I bring to the relationship if I'm talking about my lizard and stuff like that. And, you know, I've shared this, like, I'm a real person going through a really horrific fucking divorce, and so, like, those comments, even though, like, they're getting to me less and less, like, they still fucking gut me because I'm a real human. And I'm a sensitive human. I'm not going to fucking shy away from that. Like, anyway, I don't know. I just, it's a weird thing to show up in this place, and then, it's just, I feel like I've shifted into this new phase of the healing journey. But I also feel like I'm having a major midlife crisis, and I'm trying to work out who I am now that I'm not a wife. Who I am when I don't have the kids, like being, you know, away from them a few days, like who I am as a woman, like who, like, it's just a whole thing. Like, it's a whole thing, and that's what I'm saying, like, to the people who make their, like, narky little jabs and comments, it's like it's a fleeting moment, but, like, I'm working all this out. And so while it's really nice to come on here and find others who say, like, oh my gosh, girl, like, I feel you, I went through the same thing, and, you know, you'll get there, Like, I don't know. It's just, you know, it's a lot. Like, my whole identity feels like it's crumbling and I'm trying to rebuild. And I don't know. It's such a freaking journey. Such a journey that I feel like I go on these like highs and I'm like, yes, this is the best thing. And then it's like the crushing lows and the crushing reality of like, what is my life now? What is my identity? How do I rebuild at 39 years old after I dedicated a good part of my adulthood to being this wife and this mother? And yeah, anyway, I'm also having this huge internal debate about, it sounds really like basic, but having this internal debate about using the filters. And so I first started to use the filters on here when I was in my lowest of lows and I felt like shit about myself, and I was like, oh, what's the harm in using like, and I tried to make it not so obvious because and it was just like the eyelash filters, but I use this filter now and I don't think it's totally off, but it's definitely, it puts me in a soft era glow, but I feel like it distorts my reality as well, in that when I look at myself in the mirror and I don't have this filter on, like I'm dissecting my looks. And so I have this whole thing about like, fuck, do I just brave it and not use the filter? And this is being really raw, but I'm obviously quite insecure at the moment. But like, this is me straight after the gym without the filter. But I'm obviously a bit insecure and I like the look of that filter. Anyway, I digress. That's my update.
Ma'am, at 39, you've already hit the wall at full speed and there is no coming back from that. It's a wrap for you. You are just good for a quick pump and dump now. Well, when you around, you always find out. Fellas, protect yourselves at all times against these types of women. And above all, don't forget to keep your head up, focus on your goals, and everything else will follow. I love you, and I appreciate you for all your support. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share to help push this content to more men in need. I'm out. Peace.